Well, I noticed a lot of new faces this evening, and I'm so glad you all came. And I want you to know that this is a safe place to share. So if you want to tell us your story, there'll be no judgment.
Hi, my name is Charlie, and as you might remember, I have a problem. I am addicted to cars. That hasn't changed. We've kind of slowed down as far as with Papa in getting new cars and selling cars. Right now, he's got a car that he's had for a while, which I'm doing another video on currently that should be out pretty soon for you guys to see. It's a really cool one that he's been enjoying, and he hasn't really been in a rush to get rid of it. But I did want to catch everybody up. It struck again. I am once again sitting in something that I just couldn't pass up. So my youngest daughter started driving, and sadly but surely we knew that the Lexus ES300 that I did a video on that you can see, I'll put a link here, that we bought, we knew it was for her, but she hadn't been driving yet, and we used that car as our extra car. It's been pretty nice. We both enjoyed it, and it's very dependable, so good on gas. So now that she's driving, she started driving a couple weeks ago, so that car is now hers full time. And I thought, you know, it'd be nice to, I don't know, have another extra car, something that we could enjoy, have fun with, but still dependable, and everybody would enjoy driving, including my wife, because what I enjoy driving and what she would enjoy driving are two separate cars. So I started looking around. What kind of started all this was a great deal on a 1995 Ford Thunderbird. It had the V8 in it. It was bomb diggity. I really liked that car, but drove all the way down to Long Beach to see it. It was toasted. It was beautiful inside. It actually had new car smell inside, but it looks like they parked it on the sun. So all of the clear coat and paint is just eating off the top. It was terrible. And even some of the other things like the doors, I'm sure all the rubber, I mean, it only had 30,000 miles on it, 30 something, 35, 37 something, but doesn't matter. It's still, you know, 30-year-old car. So all the rubber and seals and everything were probably dried up, and the doors didn't shut, and I don't know. It was too much for me. And they were asking quite a bit for it. I'm willing to overpay on Blue Book for something like that I really like, but Thunderbirds don't have any resale value, and I'm not that much of a glutton, not yet. So I went and found another Thunderbird that I thought I was gonna get, and I was supposed to go look at it on like 2 Sundays ago. And on Saturday, another car popped up, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna run over there and take a look. It's close by. I was pretty sure I was gonna go with this. It was a 93 Thunderbird that I was getting, that I was going to look at on Sunday. I was taking the cash with me because I was pretty sure I was driving that home. And I thought, well, it's not gonna hurt anything to go on Saturday to look at this other car. My wife liked it. It was a cool car, and I thought, let's go look at it. And I did. And man, wouldn't you know it, it's too nice to pass up. So I'm sitting in it right now. I guess let's take a look at it. Without further ado, check this out. that's right. This is my 2001 CLK 320. It's the W208 or C28 208 to be specific platform. I'm not going to go into the whole history of the Mercedes CLK because you can watch this video right here that I'll put up now, that we did the kind of the history and the different generations of the CLK when Papa had his 2007, I think it was, and I really liked his. But I'll be honest, man, I think this CLK is my favorite generation. Just cool. I don't know what it is about it, but I really like it. Yeah, when I saw this, I couldn't pass it up. This has 75,000 original miles. The guy got it just when he was starting college. His parents' neighbors, which was an elderly couple, had this car sitting out, well, actually sitting in their garage with 40,000 miles on it. They never drove it. And so they gave it to this kid at a really, really low price just because they liked him and wanted to help him get through college. And so it was a really dependable car for him. He put 30,000 miles on it in 3 years, graduated, and now he's moving on to Chicago and doesn't need it anymore. So he's selling it off. And he took real good care of it. He had all the receipts for everything he's done, everything that they gave him. So this was a pretty decent stack of paperwork for this car that I got with it. But yeah, 75,000 miles. And he was not a Mercedes guy, so I don't think he knew exactly what he had or how desirable it was. But as soon as he put it up, he knew, because everybody was hitting him up about coming to see this car. He was getting offers sight unseen for him to hold it for some people. But I got lucky. It's funny, I wasn't really even banking on this car. I wasn't planning on getting this car. I was planning on getting a Thunderbird, because with these CLKs out here in California, I don't know where you're watching this at. I don't know how prevalent Mercedes are in other states. I know back home in Ohio, where I'm originally from, they're not everywhere, but California, we got them all over. People, it seems like everybody gets a Mercedes. Everybody who wants a new Mercedes, they don't want an old Mercedes, so once it's 5-6 years old, they sell it off for the new one, and then they just kind of make a circuit around, and you can get them for really reasonable prices here. But usually when you do, I mean, it's had 27 owners and it's all clapped out, and a couple 100,000 miles on these CLKs. I mean, it's a good platform. All these Mercedes are really good engines, so they'll run forever. And you tend to get these CLKs where they're either original with a ton of miles on them, or even worse, they got a ton of miles and somebody's just done some horrific things to it. Now, that's subjective. I admit I might do some stuff to this that some of you purists might think is horrific too. So who am I to judge? But yeah, this thing was taken really, really good care of. It's quartz. It's called quartz blue metallic. Paint code 935. And that's the other thing that drew me to it. I'm like, man, you never see this color. It's almost, sun's going down now, so you can't really see it as well. But I mean, it's almost like a purplish periwinkle kind of blue in the sun, and it's beautiful. I mean, usually every Mercedes you find is black, silver, champagne, white. Might get a red every now and then, but yeah, really like this color. It's got the gray interior, really clean for the most part. pretty nice in here. I think the only rip is up here on this seat. Right there. There's a little rip in the seam. But even where you sit, not bad. Back seat, I mean, looks great. So, and here's what you can't get with a T-Bird. I'm a Ford guy. I've said this lots of times. I do like Ford, so I'm not ragging on Ford and American cars. But when you shut the door on a Mercedes, it's like the bank vault closing. This Mercedes should go 250, 300,000 miles all day long if you take good care of it. And you should get a couple 100,000 miles out of that T-Bird too, but it was already, rattling, shaking. They just don't build American cars in that era like they did these. So I still want a T-Bird. I'm still hoping to get a T-Bird someday. That's an itch I want to scratch. But, that was a 5.0 liter engine, I believe, in that. And 200 horsepower or something like that. Terrible gas mileage, I'm sure. Maybe not terrible, but not great. Those were not necessarily efficient V8s. And this thing's, 215, 220, I think, on the horsepower. And a 3.2 liter V6. Much better gas mileage, much newer. It's just a no-brainer. When I see that this one's actually taken care of, when I actually know the backstory of this car, that's just something I just can't pass up. So I'm not going to do a huge long video on this one yet because I got lots of plans for this one. Just like everything else I do, first thing coming up is going to be wheels, tires. This actually does have newer tires on it, so it's a bummer to replace them. But the new C-Class Mercedes, pretty much all the new Mercedes, even their stock wheels are pretty nice. These were not great. So I'll tint the windows, give it the treatment, get the new wheels. I wanted some monoblock kind of knockoffs. I really love the way those look on a Mercedes, especially this era of Mercedes. And my wife and daughter just outvoted me. So I tried to get something a little bit different that they like and that I can live with. Definitely don't like it as well as the monoblock style look, that I was looking at. I got some 5-spoke rims. Looks like some of the AMG rims, sort of reminiscent of some of those. Hopefully they look good. They're not a deep dish, which is a bummer to me, but something different. I'm gonna try it. And I don't know. Leave a comment below if you got some ideas on some cool things to do to this thing. I've seen like a lip spoiler that I was interested in. I've seen muffler deletes. Which I probably will do a muffler delete if I can do a little more research and see how they sound. I think it worked out well on some other cars I've done it on. And that rear window spoiler that goes above the window, I've seen that, looks really good. But they've got, I even saw a CLK 63 Black Series aftermarket body kit. Now I believe the Black Series, I don't think it happened in the C208, I think it was the 209, but that body kit is sweet. So if I can ever figure out a way to drop $4,000, it's only $2,500 I think for the kit, but you're going to be spending some money on paint and to have somebody put it on professionally, because Lord knows I don't want to do it. I know that's I'm probably dreaming there, but I do like the way it looks. But yeah, this thing looks really sleek. I'm really happy with it. Didn't expect to get another Mercedes so soon. Didn't expect to get another CLK so soon, but I do love it. Definitely not perfect. You can see we got some stuff here. It's pretty beat up at the bottom. I think there's a dent somewhere. There's a dent in the door there. I don't know if you can really see a little ding under here, probably opened up into something. And then the back bumper, it's kind of chewed up. We're all pretty straight. I will say the clear coat's decent. There's a little bit on the hood. It's hard to catch on the camera, but really it's the worst up here on this little strip on the roof. The roof itself, not bad, but it's like that on both sides on this little strip. So I don't know, thinking of probably, I can check into seeing how much it would be to just reshoot the roof. Maybe a couple spots, touch it up, I don't know. But I'm actually looking at like a vinyl wrap as well. Kind of give it the treatment that the SL had. I think it would look pretty cool. I don't know, we'll see. But some of you guys who got more experience with the CLK, give me some ideas. I would appreciate it. Yeah, so that's it. 2001 CLK 320. Super stoked to have it. Stay tuned, follow the videos. I've got some things planned for this. I've also got a couple other videos in the works. Like I said, we've got to show you what Papa's been working on. And I've got something a little different that I want to show you guys. Something I still enjoy, but a little bit different than what else you see on the channel. Plus, car season's coming up, car show season, Coachman season. So next weekend I've got our first Coachman cruise of the year, and I will bring that to you guys as well. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.